Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the
Good
live
evening.
session of Disruptive Education, Getty Talk. I'm your today's host, Miss Anisha from Pune. Getty, that is Global Education and Training Institution, is a leading teachers training institution in India where the purpose is to prepare teachers to become outstanding practitioners. Creativity is now as important as literacy in education. Fun education is a holistic approach to education with the goal of nurturing the passion for learning and continuous development throughout the life. Role play and drama is a fun activity which can offer an authentic context for students to engage in. These contexts can provide situations where students can be comfortable to speak, respond, and initiate ideas. Today, our guests are from different countries who are going to talk about the importance of role play or drama in the curriculum to improve confidence in students. I welcome Miss Urifah. She is an English educator from Muhammadiyah, Malang, Indonesia. Welcome, ma'am. Please
Thank you.
tell us some. Please tell us some more about yourself.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. It's a kind of privilege to be in this program. I'm Urifah from Indonesia. I'm English educator at Muhammadiyah Malang. I was an English educator at the government primary school for 15 years. I was also part of ISA for some international schools in India. I was an initiator of Butterflies Club in Sri Sisters International School, Salem, India. Trainer of hand embroidery for women empowerment community, and active member of Indonesian Butterfly Conservation and Indonesian Dragonfly Society. Thank you.
Welcome, ma'am. Now, our next, I will want to invite Miss Ramkumari Karnakhe. She is working in Nayar's Essence International School, Nagpur. Ma'am, we would like to listen from you about yourself.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mrs. Ramkumari Karnakhe. I'm a school teacher at Nayar Essence International School, Nagpur, India. In this teaching field, I'm there from last 23 years. It's my passion to teach. So, before teaching, we must have to learn. From Montessori till B.Ed, I have all types of degrees with me. I love to do social work. I'm an active member of Tejaswini Mahila Manjal, and I used to write poems. You can say I'm a poet. In this poetry world, I known as my pen name is Albeli, and I'm a very active member of Vidarbha Hindi Sahitya Sammelan. Thank you.
Welcome, ma'am. Now, our next guest, Miss Emily, who is an educator in Taipei Jiling Elementary School, Taiwan. Welcome, ma'am.
Hello. Hello
Hello,
everyone.
ma'am. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Tang Yi Jia, and I have an English name. You can just call me Emily. I'm from Taiwan. I've taught English in Jiling Elementary School, a public school in Taipei, for about 4 years. And it's great to be here with you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. A very warm welcome to all of you for giving your precious time to us. Let's start with our topic, role play in the curriculum in our daily life for the students. I invite Urifa ma'am first to share her views.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Well, actually, in Indonesia, teaching English in a primary school is a big challenge. Because in Indonesia, English is considered just a foreign language. Because at first we speak our mother tongue, and the second we speak our national language, Indonesia, Bahasa Indonesia, and the third we speak English, but it's not in daily life. That's why teaching English in the primary school is a big challenge. But as an educator, we should encounter this challenge, right? So we can be successful teacher. So I want to share uh, PowerPoint.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. What we faced, some problems that we faced in teaching English in as a foreign language in Indonesia. Okay, some students really wanted to express
Uh,
their ideas or feeling
sorry
about the
to
material being taught, but they do not know.
sorry to interrupt. Yes, ma'am. Now it is seen. Your slide is seen.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. 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 And then, okay, I repeat once more. Some students of really wanted to express their ideas or feeling about material being taught, but they do not know how to express their idea. And then the students limitation in their vocabulary mastery. So the first and the second problem is connected. And next problem is some students knew how to construct sentences, but they were reluctant to speak. It means that their writing skill is good, but their speaking skill should be trained. And then students are afraid of making mistake in pronouncing the word or in English grammar. So they afraid of their grammar is not good, so they are afraid to speak. And then students are afraid of being loved by other students, so they just keep silent and pour their ideas and feeling in their mind. So it's a kind of bullying, I think. And then the primary teacher often doesn't use special particular strategy or various media in teaching English. So that's why English might be getting boring. And then the last, student score in speaking skills goes lower under minimum passing grade. That's some problem. And then the question of using drama, is it really effective ways? Okay, let's come to, wait. Okay, okay. In what ways do drama and drama technique help create conducive learning environments for EFL students? And how drama and drama technique can enhance students' conversation skills? Okay, let's take a look at the literature review. Okay, teaching English language and acting. So we come to a question: what is drama? Is it something that make us cry or take our deep breath or something? Okay, let's see that drama is the specific action to make a learning process more active, exciting, communicative, and contextual. Acting is a way of learning by experiencing. So that's the powerful of drama. And then literature and culture, because I think some drama we can get idea from folklore, that from culture also. Okay, literature promote the psycholinguistic aspect of language learning as it focuses on form and discourse processing skill and improve vocabulary expansion and reading skills. So such a benefit. And then drama and teaching English conversation. There are several factors that interact in the process of acquiring language and learning new conceptual information through drama. One of the more important one is learning by doing. Okay, then next. is okay. Next, it will be answer the question: in what way? Oh, sorry. Oh, wait. Okay. Okay, this one. In what way do drama technique help create conducive learning environment for EFL students? Now we can compare the class which is not using drama technique and the class which is using drama technique. We can see that in non-drama technique, that's an objective class. Meanwhile, in drama technique, that's an objective class. It means that there's a different, fundamental difference of the class. And then the second, non-drama technique focused on grammar. So students will learn grammar, and I think it will be boring because in learning grammar, we'll always learn about pattern, how to make a sentence, how to make a good sentences. But in the drama technique, it focused on communication. So we emphasized in speaking skills in a communicative ways. And the third, it sequenced language items. It's very formal, but in a drama, it's a meaningful activities with appropriate real life language, or it's more informal. And then number fourth, observation-based work. So I think it will be on a worksheet that students uh, will get the good mark if they do good in the worksheet. But in the drama, it is marked with the participation based on activities. And then in non-drama, skill getting, but in non-drama skill getting and drama technique skill using. And next, language practice, and in drama language used, and in drama emphasized on fluency. Next, in the predictability of response, and in drama information gap. Okay, you can. Okay, and the last is in non-drama technique, language is learned, but in drama technique, language is acquired. It's acquisition. So that's the some comparison between non-drama and drama technique. And then, sorry. Okay. And then how drama and drama technique can enhance students' conversation skills. Let's take a look that it is found that the target language learners to profit from drama in the following ways. Their motivation, self-esteem, spontaneity, and empathy increase, while their sensitivity to rejection is reduced. So it will increase their self-image to their self. So if they have a good self-image, they will be a good learner. And then they become more creative with the target language. So if they learn English, so they will more creative with English conversation in the daily life because drama. Because I think, for example, in the character, one students become a king and other students become a troop. By seeing their play, the troop next time want to be a king, and they motivate to be better in English. Okay, class activities are learner centered rather than teacher centered. Their participation in an experimentation and risk-taking with the target language during discussion and rehearsal increased. So they've connected to the previous. See that their fear of embarrassment and loss to fail decreased because trauma provides them with mask. See that mask, it means that shy students, if they given a certain character, they may improve their self-image and their confidence with it. That's why they use mask. Like when a shy student given chance to be a king, so they will be in the good character of the king. And then they have a better group dynamic and time management skill. Yeah, because drama, we should switch the character, they switch the play, so they will have a good management and time management and skill too. Learning is less threatening and more enjoyable. Yeah. And then there are increased opportunities to use the target language through greater interpersonal interaction. The language used is more global in nature. And speaking and listening skills in particular are enhanced. So, because you know that reading script, they listen to their friends, they listen to the other character, so their listening skill will improve. So it's drama looks complicated, but it will increase all four language skills. And then subconscious language learning occurs. Different ability level can exist in the same group. Okay. Okay, let's see. Here was the student presented drama. It was a folklore. It's a popular folklore in Indonesia. The title was Roro Jonggrang. So, yeah. And the next character. So this is groups of students, and they work together in daily life. They have various ability in English. In written English, they have various, but in a drama, they can work together. And then this one, okay, this boy was a shame boy, shy, but because in this character, he was became a prince. So see that he really confident. This is two. This was a shy girl, but in this character, she became princess, and it raised her confidence too. Okay, next. And what the conclusion? Okay, I conclude that by using the drama, students will learn better, get more experience, stimulate to communicate, get more opportunity to practice English. And while using folklore means to learn an Indonesian culture at the same time and happy learning Indonesian culture using English. Last, thank you. Okay.
Thank you so much, Urifah. We can see that this drama
Okay.
activity, role play activity has the confidence level is very high when they are acting or they are performing any drama. Thank you so much for sharing your views on the role play
Yeah.
or drama. Next, I want to invite
Okay.
Miss Ramkumari. We want to listen her views on the topic. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. Uh, Urifah, I'm really impressed the drama which you have presented here. Really, bingo for you, dear. And now,
Ma'am,
see,
you need to be
Thank you
little more
so much.
louder.
okay, friends, this is today's talk about role play and why we need role play in our teaching field, teaching area, teaching method. Yeah, because when we are talking about a specific language, we are not talking here about our mother tongue. We are talking here about the foreign language, and English is a foreign language for all of us. Okay, so here the term is there like ELS means English as a second language. It means that non-native English speaker known as English language learner. We all are English language learner. Okay, and here in our in our curriculum, we are giving more emphasis to learn this language because for the globalization, it's needed. It's the demand, today's demand, right? So I think human being is the first person who can use his brain to speak. Yeah, here only we are having that power to speak, and role play gives opportunity to children that they can speak. And the main purpose of the education is that students can use their own brain. They can get the opportunities. They will have some words to express themselves. This is the main motive of the education, right? So here the benefits of role playing among the children are enhancing skills required for healthy development during their learning process, along with fun, using imagination in students' teaching. It improves their creativity. When we are giving them different situation and they have to act in according to that situation, so they become more creative. They become more they are more able to solve the problems, right? Role play into the class add the variety. It provides opportunity for a lot of language production. Yeah, when we are giving them script, but still they are imagining, they are using their own words, right? A lot of language production. And indeed, when students act, there is a fun in the classroom. Role play is the integral part of the activity. It is not only the activity, it is the integral part. It's really up to we all teacher that how we can make it more effective. And this is the way there where we are not having the curriculum manual in our hand. It's free space for us when we are giving them opportunity to think out of the box. They can create their own environment. Like, now let's come, why is it role play important? And what is role play? Role play is a speaking activity, as I mentioned here now. Here we put, here you can put yourself into an imaginary situation. Many times we are giving them situation which they heard first time even. Here all characters are imaginary. The joy of role play is students can become anyone. They can become cartoonists, they can become pop star, they can compose their own song here, they can act like a president, right? And here they are getting, as I mentioned here, imaginary situations, the different situations we are giving them. Sometimes we are creating situation which is possible to demonstrate in the classroom itself, right? But many a times we are giving them a story, and what is mentioned there, I mean, we are depicting the story, right? So it is again the fun when the students act like that. Now, why we use role play in our teaching method? Of course, it is a widely agreed that learning takes place when activities are engaging and memorable. We all are teachers, and we want that our children should learn and then have it means it is a lifelong impact. It should be a lifelong impact on their memory. We use role play because the world of the classroom to include the outside world. In the classroom, we want different situations. So the role play is the best teaching tool, offering students wider range of language opportunities. Role play is a funful activity and it's motivate children to learn and make and while doing role play they are become more friendly with their friends. Sometimes quieter students get choice, they get chance to express themselves when the children those who are quiet in the classroom, they don't want to speak up. But when we are giving them characters, so as a part of teaching they have to play that role and then become more more what we can say that they become more confident while using this role play activity. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your views. Now I invite Emily to share
Hello.
her views. Hello.
Okay. Hello. And we all know that drama is an effective way of helping students to learn English as a foreign language. And readers' theater are short plays that focus on vocal rather than visual expressions. And I want to share my PPT. Yeah, this one. Well, as you know, I'm from Taiwan. I've taught English at Jilin Elementary School for 4 years, and I want to share some experience. And and well, in my class, in this semester, I taught fourth graders, and some of the students enjoy studying English and go to a language school after our school, and they can read novels and short stories. But some of the students in my class are not familiar with the alphabet, so I have to do something for the low learners, and they are all in the same classroom. If they are not able to read ABC or know more words, how can they learn something more in class? So that's why I try some ways to motivate students to study English. I want to share three of them. The first one is pen pal, and you can develop their reading and writing ability. The second part is we use iPad so that students could use Cecil, Epic, and Trump class to learn something more according to their ability. And the third one is we do the readers theater. And the first one about pen pal, we write letters to pen pals. It's always fun to make new friends, and you don't have to force a student to read the letter from his or her pen pal. And in this semester, we also learned something new, and with the students drawing or writing to share with their friends. For example, we make the postcards to tell how to prevent the rabies, or make the postcard to introduce Taiwan to our pen friends. And the second part is we have iPad, and we use the Trump class, and I want to share the website for you. Wait a second. You can see this one, and that's how we that's how we that's how we put our films on the website, and then the students can watch this after class. And PowerPoint. We record students' performance and make a short film, and they can record their voice and upload it. and they can record it for several times. They practice like this. They practice and record the voice with the iPad, and they can correct their own pronunciation. And everyone get one iPad. They can do different assignments, reading the level book. They can read the books from this website. And the third part is, as for the readers theater, well, um, it may helps. As for the readers theater, it may help students improve reading comprehension, fluency, accuracy, and expression. Besides, they are actually a lot of fun to present. First of all, modeling. Modeling. Choose a script and adapt it. Students need to know what expressive fluent reading sounds like. So before I separate them into different groups, I then model for my students. And I would try to read the script for them to show the reading, which is different from reading the textbook, reading the paragraph. I would also model how to hold the script while reading in front of the classroom. And the second, echo reading. We do echo reading, especially when they do it as the first time. Echo reading is when class repeats the same lines the teacher reads. So I read it for the first time and the students repeat after me. They feel safe and comfortable. Just mirror the teacher. It's easier for them to do it if they are lower learners. They may need some supports. And when it comes to reading aloud, echo reading is a great way to break students out of their shell. They will be more confident with it. And as for the readers theater, differentiate roles is also important. Students have different reading levels, and the better readers theater scripts include lots of dialogue, and some are easy parts and some are harder with the longer sentences. And we can that the all the classmates enjoy the show, and they can also choose their roles by themselves after they practice. And the fourth part is highlight parts and rehearse. Well, readers theater is building students' fluency skills, and the best way to build fluency is through repeat readings. Students highlight their dialogue, then practice their lines at home and in groups during school. Well, for example, I divided them into groups, and they take the same script. For example, like the title is The Little Lilac Cat and the Big Black Mouse. Then I would ask all the cats come out and move to the next group. Team 1 would go to Team 2 to read the scripts and read it again with different members. They can read it better after practice, and that will build students' confidence. And the final part is enjoy the time. We record the performance and upload it, and they can share it with their family members, or when they get home, they can watch it by themselves and they can enjoy the time. So that's my PowerPoint. Okay.
Great, Emily. It was very informative. Now I have a few questions for you on the same topic. Like we have seen that role play is a very effective tool to build the vocabulary fluency in the students. But I guess it is a time taking process because teachers has to complete their syllabus within given time. So can you give us some tips to manage these role play activities in the limited time? Urifa, would you like to say something?
Oh, Oh yeah, it is undeniable that role play taking time, but as educator, we want to rise up our students' ability. That's why whatever effort we do, anything to make students get the better abilities. And I think for simple role play, I think it's connected to daily life, like doctor and patients, and then seller and buyer. So it's not complicated. And then other is tourist and travel agent. See, that's one become a tourist, one become a travel agent. That's easy,
Yeah.
and because tourism now is we promote more tourism all over the
Okay.
world. That's why to become a tourist and travel agent is not difficult, and it is very motivating for the students. And we uh, as English is foreign language in Indonesia, we shall prepare for script even uh, in not complicated dialogue, in a simple dialogue, but we
Okay.
should prepare it because in daily life we do not use English for communication. Thank you.
Okay. Ramkumari ma'am, you want to say something?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I am agree with you that it's a time-taking activity, but we can plan it once in a month. So whenever we are having, when we finish up with our syllabus, that time we can make the role play activity. And yes, so by this way we can save our time. What was your next question, ma'am? Alisha,
Ma'am,
ma'am?
I'll ask Emily first. I want to know Emily's views. Is that fine?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yeah, Emily.
You ask how to use role play activities in the limited time, right?
Yeah,
Okay, I think readers theater is a great way to do it because we don't need the fancy costumes and the students don't have to memorize any lines, that they can read them directly from the scripts. And even our textbooks, perhaps there are just some dialogues and we can just separate them into groups and then read it. And I didn't do the error correction at the very first time. I would just let them read it and group by groups, and then they could learn from some other classmates and they can learn it by themselves. Because if I do too much error correction, I'm afraid that they won't try next time. So that's how I did it. Thank you.
yeah. That is what my next question is. When they are doing some mistakes while play, so how to correct them and when to correct them? Emily has already
Okay.
answered the question, I guess. So Ramkumari ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, one correction method is if we are making the video of that role play, and after the rehearsal, if we show them this video, then automatically the correction will be done. Right? There we can, their children can correct themselves. And another
Themselves.
one is like, yeah. And another one is that self correction method. When they watch the video, they can get that what is written was the what is written in their script and how they deliver the dialogues, right? What the situation was demanded and how they act. Secondly, the peer correction is also there when they discuss character among their friends. So that is also one type of correction method which we can opt during role play.
Okay. Urifah, you want to tell something?
Yeah. For correction, I think for first dialogue, I think let the students practice first because direct correction will make them less confidence and become shy. And like Emily said, they lost motivation.
On.
And for First and second, we need to to have them an opportunity to express, and then for the third, I think after completing the session, then we gather and peers give corrections, give an idea what should
for
make
the
them better.
improvements, for the
Yeah, and
improvements.
teacher also give them input for the improvement. Thank you.
Yeah, true, ma'am. Now, I want to know, is it necessary for the teachers to give a script, or they can give any incidents, real life incidents or situation they can give to the students, or in their imaginary characters? Is it this help? Is it helpful? Like the teacher gives them a script and they read it, or their imaginary character or their real life situation. It has a similar impact, Emily.
Okay.
Emily, have you understood the question?
Um, I need some time to
Yeah,
think about
sure.
it.
Urifa?
Yeah, yeah. I think uh, foreign language, English as a foreign language, students as a foreign language learner, a teacher usually give the simple script just to start as a startup their idea, and teacher give them a chance to add to make an additional idea on that script. So script is not only a startup, because you know
Okay,
that in Indonesia, especially in village, English is very foreign. You know that we should
okay,
give them uh, some motivation and some startups. That's
okay.
why
Then
script still
slowly they
important.
start, yes, slowly they start
Yeah,
making their own sentences and um, they
yeah,
can uh,
yeah.
enact their imaginary characters and all. But firstly, script is needed from the teacher. Yeah.
Yes.
Ramkumari, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. I'm agree with Urifah that in the beginning we have to give them script. But when we talk about the students, those who are in ninth and tenth class, so here there they can able to make their own script. Only we need to supervise there.
True.
But in the beginning we have to provide them script and dialogues.
Emily, are you agree with them? Or you
Mm,
you
um,
want to
I,
share?
I think I think teacher we can give students script directly. That's okay, but if we teach the students who have better English ability, perhaps we could let them try to make their own story or make the different endings if they want to create the story. We could try that, and I think it's not that difficult because they just need to write some dialogues to make the script.
Mhm.
And with teachers' help, with teachers' guidance, perhaps we can try that next time. Thank you.
Certainly. I'm sure you all are working very hard for the students to learn English. Now, I want to know your success stories where you felt satisfied as a teacher that yes, you have done a very great job. Do you want to share a few incidences, a few students, your success story with us?
Yes.
Ramkumari, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Here I want to share one story. When I
Oh,
was teaching in grade one, so that time in the parents teacher meet, one of the parents told me that in the beginning, that ma'am, he's very shy. Please take care of him, and he never used to because he's from a small family, nuclear family, and nobody is there to take care of him in the afternoon. Mother father both were working, so they were very conscious how the child will behave and what they are learning. what he is learning actually in the school. But when after 2 3 months, again the PTM was there, and that time the parent themselves said, and they share their experience that ma'am, there is no need to come for the PTM because whatever you are teaching him, he is acting like you in the home at home.
Oh,
So role plays matters a lot, and really, because sometimes when teachers get panicked why the parents are not coming in PTM, but I think our message, our teaching is already reached to their home. How we are teaching by the when the students share the stories at home. So this was a wonderful experience of mine.
great, ma'am. Great. Urifa?
Yeah. One of my success story when students play Roro Jonggrang folklore, like what I share in the PBD, that students exchange the character out of the stage. That troops become king, and then maid become princess, and it's more than the school more dynamic, and the students uh, more eager to practice in English with a different character. So it's that's
Satisfying to you.
feeling great, yeah, feeling satisfied to see students have a happy in practicing English, while previously they were so shy in to communicate with English, and now they became a different character in exchanging the character with friends. That's very satisfying. Thank you.
Definitely. Emily, you want to share a few?
Um, I I adapt our textbooks content and make the script, and then that all the students read through the lines. And after reading that, and after watch others performance, and they are more familiar with the textbooks, and then most of them could remember the words of it. And then first of all, I would read the paragraph for them, and then they could repeat after me, and we write. I read the sentence and then write their own script so that everybody would have their own notebook. I didn't print it out for them. They write their own script. When I read it, then they write it. So we practice listening and writing. And then after some practice, we we read it together and separate them into groups, and then they read it to each others, and then they could listen to others voice and give them the comments. And some students feel better about it and have more confidence with it. And at the end of the semester, some of the students, they are more brave, and they could read English louder than before. And when their parents watch the films, they they did the readers theaters on the stage, and the parents are feel very happy about it too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, all of you, for joining us, for share your valuable views and experiences, your success stories. Thank you so much. I know it's pretty late there, Urifa. What's the time there?
Oh, no, no, it's okay. It's almost 9, but it's okay.
Yeah, thank you so much for giving your valuable time and keep doing the great work what you are already doing. Thank you so much for joining us, Emily,
Thank you for
Ramkumari ma'am,
having me.
Urifah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you.